Right. We have now been joined by Bubba Wallace, driver of the number 23 McDonald's Toyota for 2311 Racing. And Bubba, obviously a great return for you. You were in victory lane when we last visited Talladega Superspeedway, so thank you for spending some time with us this morning. We will open for questions for Bubba. If you have a question, raise your hand. We'll get to as many questions as we can in the time that we have with Bubba, and we will kick off with this gentleman right here. Nathan, thank you.
Hi, Bubba. I'm Nathan Buckley with Full Sail University. I'm curious about the impact that Kurt Busch has had on your racing, I guess you could say the season, since coming to 2311. How does having the champion with Kurt Busch coming in, how does that affect you as a driver?
Yeah, no, Kurt's got a ton of obviously a ton of knowledge, ton of experience, and it's good to have that. I haven't had a teammate at the cup level, so we've had affiliates, but to have somebody that is feeling the same thing and going through the ups and downs and whatnot, you can go back and relate. So we have conversations. I called him at where were we at? I think it was going into Richmond just to figure out, our seasons haven't really been much to brag about. We've just been behind a little bit, and so he's rallied some good finishes, and that's been important. So just understanding that and giving them a chance to stay in the game, that shows our team like we need to do the same. We just need to have a chance at the end of the races to capitalize on that, even if it's not a good race. Just to be there and stay in it. So understanding how he runs a race, how he manages it. Talking to him on the Monday morning meeting is just. It's just a notebook for me to continue to grow. So Kurt's a lot of fun. He's very competitive, and so that drives both of us.
Thank you, sir. Good luck this weekend.
All right, if we can get a microphone to Bob Puckers, please, up front here, and then we'll come here to Kelly. All right, Bob, go ahead.
Bob Hockers, Fox Sports.
Bobby.
Hey, last week you said that in all these pre-race meetings about Talladega and what to do with your teammates, it goes in one ear and out the other. I'm curious if there have been any meetings this week that maybe didn't go out one of your ears, that if you heard anything different or anything good.
I think our meeting is tomorrow. Yeah, I think it's tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. But we got to work together. I think it's important for us because we're the minority. There's only 6 of us, so it's just to have a game plan. These races have become such a manufacturer's race. I remember being a part of the Chevy meetings, and they were very strict on who to work with and who not to work with, and if you didn't, there were repercussions. So for us, we just at the same time, you do have your own goal, and for us is obviously not to wreck and be there at the end. So if you see that you're in a sketchy situation where you're helping out your teammates, you do have the decision to bail, because you have to look out for yourself at the end of the day. So it's a fine line of walking, selfish versus unselfish, and so I think sometimes we talk a big game and nothing really happens. And so if you get some drivers that stand behind their words and that'll work with you all day, it's been good. I mean, what we were seeing at Daytona, we worked really well together. Kyle was pushing a lot, got us to the lead there a little bit. So it's there. We just have to execute. And so I'm looking forward to tomorrow's race, working with the teammates, and seeing what happens.
All right, we're going to go to Kelly up front.
Kelly, CrandallRacer.com. Bubba, William was in here a few minutes ago, and he said that he expects to see some tandem drafting. That's not the first time we've heard that, of course, coming to super speedway races. Is there anything that you felt or saw at Daytona that would give the indication you guys could do that here?
Beats me. They must have some cheated up shit. I don't know. Nah. Next. I'm trying to figure out, when did we do that at Daytona? I don't know. He hangs around Jeff too much, I guess.
What about the aggression level here? Obviously, Daytona was pretty wild. This is the new car, new super speedway package. Do you think it could be maybe more aggressive here because there's more room to go 3, if not 4 wide?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot easier to widen things out here because of the size of the track, and you know, it's hard for me to predict. You know, obviously everybody's going to be aggressive to start, and it's going to get sketchy at times, but this track provides it. It allows it to be easier. So I think it'll be more normal, maybe. But at the same time, we're Cup drivers. We're going to get to the top and ride. You know, it's just to survive to the end of stages. So I hope that doesn't happen. I like when it's, you know, double file and racing and getting your way up there. But, you know, at the same time, somebody steps over the line, and that's when the crashes happen. So, you know, we're at the Cup Series. We all want to win. We know how hard it is to win. And so you got to be aggressive.
All right, Jeff, and we'll go to Daniel.
Hey, I'm behind these guys.
Good luck.
Sometimes I feel like you're maybe sentimental, like I see you posting like your old Legend Car Garage there, Charlotte,
Yep.
and then other times I'm like, no, not at all, because like even this week you were down playing. It looked like in interviews coming back here wasn't, you know, going to be a huge deal or anything, you know, too different. But now that you're here, was there any special emotions or walking around this place first time back since the win?
No, to be honest with you, you know, I sit there and think about it a lot, and, you know, people put so much emphasis on the win. No, even, you know, like let's say Brad, he's going for 6, right? So, like, you know, talking about it, you know, just builds it up, and it's just like, well, it didn't happen. Big letdown, you know, so I just like to keep it low-key, fly under the radar. You know, that's how I like to roll about life. Some people may disagree, but, you know, it is special to be here. I mean, I'm excited. I know how good our Speedway cars are, and if Freddie and I do what we can and do what we do at these Speedway races like we've been doing, then I know that we'll have a shot to win. You know, it's a team effort. I'm not singling out Freddie, but, you know, as long as we stay in the race and maintain where we're at and just have a fighting chance, then we'll be good. And it'll be a good day. That's what I look forward to the most. And you know, I don't set any special, you know, mindsets for these Speedway races. You know, at Daytona, we just happen to be there in the right time and capitalize on the opportunity. You know, coming off turn 4 at Daytona, hell, I said, hell, I'm going to push Blaney to the win because I got no shot. The way we were kind of single file, not single file, but where I was at, I was like, I got no shot. And then it just so happened that I almost won the damn thing. So, you know, Talladega last year, Booty said, hey, get us to the front, and we did that. And so just having the chance, having the opportunity, being there at the right time, that's what it's all about.
All right, we're going to go to Daniel.
Dale McFadden, FriendShirts.com. Bubba, so you mentioned there were repercussions at Chevy if you guys didn't do what you were told to do with working with people. What were those repercussions?
We weren't the A teams, so it didn't really matter for us, but I guess it was different for the top teams, and that's being truthful.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, since your first Daytona 500 start, when did things like really click for you on how to navigate a plate race at the Cup Series? Like, was there a specific race where it came all together for you?
No, not really. I remember the cutoff race in it was Willie B's first win. Is that 2020, 2019? Oh, 20. When we were leading, took the lead for a split second, and then Logano got wrecked from behind and shoved in my door. We cut a tire, and you know, that was with a few to go. And that was the race that I continue to relive in my head because I know that was the one I was like, oh shit, we're gonna win. Like, this is gonna be awesome. But I feel like we've always had speed in the Cup cars. You know, hell, I finished 15th in my first Cup race in 2017. You know, we had speed. You know, for me, it was just kind of surviving and understanding the game. But we've always had speed in the 43. And, you know, I do go back and watch your videos, Bob. They're very beneficial for the drivers that you ask about me, so I appreciate that. I'm trying to understand my own craft and how to be better. But listening to like what Logano said, you know, I was, you know, more patient, letting the races come to me. you know, I sit there, you ask me that on the spot, like what's changed? I don't freaking know. It doesn't feel like anything's changed, just the finishes have gotten better. But then you go back and you hear those comments and you're like, yeah, I guess that's right. You know, it's nice to hear somebody else's perspective on what's changed. So I guess just being more relaxed. You know, hopefully we have a good enough car to qualify up front and stay up there for a little bit. But if we qualify mid-pack, then I'm going to drive my tail off to get up there just to see what our car does. And then I might make a impatient move and get shucked out of line and go to the back and ride, because you know that's where you can kind of see the lay of the land and where we're at. So I can't give you a clear answer on what's clicked. It's just the finishes have just been coming. So yeah.
All right, we're going to go to Claire and then Steven. Claire?
Claire Beelang, Sirius XM NASCAR Radio. I was talking to William Byron in here and asked about the new car, the heat, anything else in the car. He said he had to really work on an issue with carbon monoxide for him. Do you have any issues in the car that you've had to work on, or how do you feel about the heat and how the situation has been rectified with the heat, do you think?
I haven't you know, experienced much heat problems, and I sweat like no other. Hell, I'm sweating right now. And I haven't had any heat problems, but I know it was a lot in the off-season testing. I was, you know, rehabbing it up on my shoulder, so I didn't get to experience that. So I didn't get to see the bad go to good. But so it's been fine for me. I run a cool shirt. It's nice. The way we have our AC flowing in the car, it's been good. So I haven't seen any issues.
Do you feel like you kind of have a grip on how the car will feel here at Talladega? You know, it's always unpredictable here, but the new car and here at Talladega.
We ain't got no practice, so I can't tell you that. I'd be lying if I gave you a truth answer. Like, I don't know. But, I mean, it's easy. Hold it wide open and see what you got. So all you can do is hope. You know, I believe that my guys gave me a good car. We'll find out here in, what, we got an hour or so? Yeah.
All right.
I think it'd be just a little shakedown to make sure you got your travels right, you know? Do we need to go out for 2 sessions, 55 minutes? No. So.
All right, Steven, go ahead.
Steven Toronto, CBS Sports. Bubba, Brandon Brown got his first win in the Xfinity Series the same week you got your first win in Cup.
Yep.
Post-race kind of took a life of its own, and now he's really unwittingly become a kind of a culture war figure. I just wonder, do you empathize with his situation, or do you guys talk at all, given some of your experiences? I asked because he was put in a situation this week where he had to defend the validity of your first win from, I'll just say it, some dumbass on Twitter. So.
There's a lot of those on there.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah. You know, Brandon's a good guy. I ran into him. I forgot where we were at. I don't know, I seen him, and we both congratulated each other on our wins. And, you know, the people inside of our four walls of the sport understand and get it, and that's what I need to wrap my head around, instead of trying to make the others that are outside the walls, that are just looking in. You know, we all know how tough it is. Everybody in this room knows how tough it is to win a Cup race, and there's been plenty of rain-shortened races. The darkness stuff, you know, there's been plenty of instances where those have happened and teams have capitalized on it. And so the people that aren't fans of yours are just going to continue to carry that to the grave, that it was rigged, or, you know, we only won because it rained, and hell, all the 40 drivers in the field knew it was going to rain. Why didn't they win? You know? So you can't. I'm talking to you, but I'm telling myself the same thing. You can't spend too much time on there and feed into that. Although I do go back and read the comments. Every post about me, I'll click on there, and I just go back and read the comments, because it's like, no, still dumbasses today. We'll see.
On a lighter note, the stash is back. What made you bring it back?
Last time I had it was Talladega. I'm not much of a superstitious type. That's what I tweeted about. And our luck, man, we've 3 loose wheels. I've made mistakes crashing cars in practice, and just we've been running good, and then something would take us out, and we'd finish 10 to 15 spots worse. So, hey, stash was a good time. Hopefully to relive that.
You know, thank you.
And if it doesn't happen, I'll shave it off after the race.
Right.
All right. Any final questions for Bubba? All right, Bubba. We appreciate you spending time with us this morning. We wish you the best of luck this weekend.
Appreciate it.